Hi, I'm Sam, the Director of IT here at BitWizards, and we're just starting something new where we give you some tips and tricks to help your everyday life as you use your IT. And I thought a good way to start this off would be talking about email, since it's something that we all live with all day, every day. If you're a managed IT services client, you are using Outlook on your computer, on your PCs, and on your Macs, hopefully on your phones as well. And I wanted to show you just three little tricks that I use to make Outlook a little bit better in my day-to-day life. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you here and show you as I pull up Outlook here so that you can see some of these tricks as well. Probably the first thing that everybody hates in Outlook is this focused inbox, where Outlook is trying to be clever for you and decide what you do want to see and what you don't want to see. A lot of people don't like that. I know I don't like that. So one of the first things I do is go in and turn off that focused inbox. And the way I do that is I go into the view button here at the top of your screen and just turn off focused inbox. Now my inbox is just my emails, all of them, whether it's junk mail, good email, anything. At least I'm the one that's taking care of deciding whether I want to see it or not, and not Outlook trying to decide that for me. Another one we get quite often from people is saying, I'm hitting send and emails aren't going through. And the first thing that we check when that happens is to see if your Outlook has been put into offline mode. The purpose of offline mode is if you're sitting on an airplane or somewhere and you don't want Outlook continually trying to connect to the internet to send and receive emails. So you just tell it, hey, right now I'm working offline. I'm going to be writing some emails, responding to some emails. When I get back online again, I want all of those to send and receive. But for now, quit bugging me about it. Well, most of us aren't using that day to day, but every now and then it gets turned on, and then you get frustrated when you find out that your emails aren't sending. So the first place we check, we click on this send and receive at the top here, and we look for this button here that says work offline. Unfortunately, when it's selected, there's not a whole lot of difference. You can see it's a little bit darker, a little bit grayer there, but that's about all of it. You can see down in the bottom right of the screen, it says working offline. So if that's the case, all you're going to do is come back here, unclick that, and we'll notice that it's trying to connect right now, and then it's connected back to Microsoft Exchange, and you're good to go. Your email should start going through again, just as they normally would as well. There's one last trick that I wanted to show you that I really like. It's a feature in Outlook that not very many people know about, but it definitely helps me get a better sense of my email just at a glance. And that is color coding the emails as they come in with some automatic rules. So I have a couple of dummy emails in here right now to show you how I can set up these rules. And it's called conditional formatting. So if you click on View at the top of your screen and go into your View settings, you're going to see that I have this here. It says conditional formatting. Now you might have noticed that when an email is unread, it's already bolded, but as soon as you've read it, it goes to an unbolded. Well, that's actually happening as a rule, as a conditional formatting rule. The Outlook is already configured, but you can add some of your own. So we're going to add one right here, right now, that says, I want to see all emails that came in from a specific client. In this case, I'm going to just use Outlook as an example. So if someone sends me an email from an Outlook email address, Outlook.com email address, I want it to color code it. So here's what I'm doing. I am putting in that if it's from an email address that says Outlook.com. Now, let's say you have a client, BB&T Bank, and their emails are bbntbank.com. You would put that domain in there. Say, all I'm looking for, I want to filter for any messages that are from Outlook.com. I've named it Outlook. I'll name it Outlook.com. It doesn't matter what I name it. But then for the font, I'm just going to say, I want these to show up as a nice dark green color. And as soon as I hit OK and click through OK, you're going to notice that of my emails that came in, 3 of them now have turned green, so I know right away those are from that client. Even just looking at it, that way I know which ones I need to focus on. Another good example of that is not just who it's from, but I can also look for something in the subject. So I'm going to add one more conditional format, and I'm going to add this, and I'm going to call it urgent. And that way if someone has, I want it to show up red if someone has an urgent issue. So I'm going to put red as my color scheme here. And then finally my condition is going to be, I'm going to search for the word urgent in the subject field only. And then one more thing that I'm actually going to do before I close out of that, I'm going to say this is more important than deciding whether it's from Outlook.com or not. So I'm actually going to move it up in the list of rules. So it's going to process these one at a time. And I want it to check to see if it's urgent before it checks to see if it's from Outlook.com. So I'm going to hit OK. And now you'll see I have a bunch more emails that are marked red because the client has said, or the person sending me that email has said that this is an urgent issue. These are rules that I use all day, every day. I have color coding for when an email comes from my boss. I have color coding for when it comes from one of my teammates, color coding for when it comes from one of my clients. I have all kinds of rules set up. But I just wanted to show you those 3 quick tips. The first one is if you want to turn off that focused inbox, it's up here under that view menu. If your emails aren't sending, again, just double check to make sure you're not in work offline mode. And then finally, you can get a lot more efficient at processing and triaging your email by using some simple color coding rules, which are set up under the view settings and under conditional formatting. And you can make those rules to your heart's content. If you have any questions though, or if it doesn't seem to be working for you, or if you've tried the work offline tip and it's still not sending and receiving email, you know you can always call us at 850-864-4558, or you can shoot us an email at mits@bitwizards.com. That's mits, M-I-T-S, at bit-wizards.com. I look forward to making more of these helpful videos for you in the next couple months as well.